Hi Aquarius, welcome into your mid-December 2023 money and career tarot reading. I hope all is amazing in your world. Let's jump right into the Gilded Tarot Royale and see what the remainder of the month, the remainder of the year has in store for you, of course, in regards to your money and career. They wanted this card already, the Strength card. All right, it feels like you're very much in your power in the remainder of the year, the remainder of the month, feeling quite strong in your ability to get the job done. I want to say to manifest and to acquire what you need moving forward and potentially want as well, or in general. It feels like this is a time for you where people are seeing the strength and impressive nature about your ability to get the job done. It definitely feels like a talent or two, a skill set wrapped up into it, if not multiple, all the meanwhile. I feel really good in your energy. It feels like you're more motivated than you were before. It feels like you're ready to move forward, shift things in the right direction. And you're being reminded, like I want to say Taurus, in their reading, you might want to watch that. You've been making the right choices, or one significant choice was on point. And I feel like it's affecting at least one factor of your money and career in the remainder of the month, if not more than one. That was a lot from that one card. And we also have the Six of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Hanging Man. I'm getting this sideways. They did just say reverse because it feels like there's one situation that you need to adjust your perspective on, whether it's you being maybe a little bit annoyed at a certain point, maybe expecting the worst, whether you realize it or not. It might be more in regards to an opportunity, whether you should continue it or not, or maybe take something on, walk through that door or not. And Spirit's saying you may not be seeing the full picture, okay, of what lies ahead and what's going to change moving forward. But look at this imagery. I love this specific card in reverse because it looks like he's dancing, okay? And it feels like you're dancing with life. It feels like you're, there's a flow about how you do what you do, how you engage, and leave people feeling the need for more. I really sense that some of which onto the reading, like myself, because I have Aquarius in my chart, you're going to feel like people need and want your assistance, your talent, if not multiple, to be put to use to help them, right? So naturally your helping nature is coming into play in one way, if not multiple ways. And I really feel like you want to do more, right? Again, this motivational energy coming about, but Spirit's saying when those rare moments come about, when that motivation, that drive turns into or intertwines with a bit of anxiety or just uneasiness, take a deep breath, maybe step away, reground yourself, rebalance things out, and recognize that everything is beautiful and efficient in moderation, okay? That includes the work that you choose to accomplish. We can't be overdoing it at this time. But the split deck, the Nine of Wands and the Page of Cups, ooh, they just said past energy, okay? Now, naturally, just because you're motivated and, holding and embodying, rather, great bubbly energy for the most part in the remainder of the month, doesn't mean there aren't certain moments when you're feeling this Nine of Wands energy or stumbling a little bit. But it feels like this, again, is mainly past energy, right? There was a passionate new beginning of some sort, or you taking a beginner's approach, or stepping back to how you used to do something when you were feeling more Nine of Wands-ish, right? More burnt out, maybe like a wounded warrior. But Spirit's saying, we're going to turn these in reverse for the current energy period because you're feeling less like that Nine of Wands. You're feeling more experienced than you once were naturally. You're feeling less inclined to bounce back, or less inclined to do things the way you used to, right? Spirit's saying it's good to keep those in mind and revisit them from time to time, but it feels like the way you're approaching and accomplishing in the remainder of the month, on mother effing point, okay? They're saying you've got it going on. But we do have to speak upon this once again, because we spoke upon the imagery, but we didn't talk about how this is also communicating that you have, this also is talking about, once again, what we were just saying, right? You're on point, you've got it going on, but there's certain factors in certain ways that you're viewing your money and career situations, or one in particular, and Spirit's saying, We don't need to adjust your perspective. You don't need to. You're viewing things in an appropriate manner, okay? A realistic and I want to say true manner. You might be very much psychic in nature, by nature, either way. You might be a tarot reader, astrology, but wouldn't be surprised if even if that isn't pertaining to or stemming from your career choice or choices, it definitely is going to play into the remainder of December for you in one way, if not multiple ways. Wouldn't be surprised if you gain some assistance from pulling your own cards or watching or purchasing another reading, somehow helping your money and or career. Anyways, as you can see, you're going to be doing a lot of speaking in the remainder of the month and feeling like you're just gaining more knowledge, but it's just building up. It feels like your knowledge, experience, and all that you've overcome and succeeded at is helping you with what's at hand in the remainder of the month. I do see some Aquarians drawn to the reading, gaining a new opportunity in the remainder of December. And I really feel like this is a door that you should be walking through. It may remind you or inform you why another door didn't even open or had to shut. But I do feel like all the meanwhile, even that slight disappointment or detour was quite beneficial all the meanwhile. There are going to be a couple moments where you're thinking about where you're living and or working or where you're spending money or contemplating on doing so. The energy is going to take a highlight, how you're feeling, the temperatures, where you're working, where you're living, where you're visiting, stuff like that is all going to very much be within your awareness because you need to, or maybe wanting to more so, feel comfortable or maintain that comfort, right? It's like right now I'm feeling quite goosebumpy. I'm a little bit chilly up here in my attic bedroom. But it was meant to be that I didn't wear a sweatshirt. Everything's very purposeful. You have to remember that when it comes to when you accomplish, when you don't, when things feel a little bit difficult potentially. And even when it comes to the certain quirks of your work or how you approach things, even when it comes to the end result. Let's just leave that one at that. But let's pull a couple more. Staying on your path is what I'm hearing. Staying on point. I feel like you're not, it's not like you're not open to socialize, to bond with people, to connect in that sense, but it feels like your main motivation, especially being drawn to this reading, is to wrap up the year very much committing to your financial goal, if not multiple, and or your work, right? I do feel like being drawn to this reading, things are going to get very busy moving forward, a very packed schedule, no time to dilly-dally. So when you do have certain moments to do nothing or do something more, leisure-like is what I'm hearing, you're going to find that this benefits you because you're not going to have as much of that moving forward, okay, or the choice to have as much. But to continue for Aquarius, money on the mind is what I'm hearing. Okay, rich status lying ahead is now what I'm hearing. Rich status lying ahead. I really do feel like you should watch the Taurus reading. Let me catch my breath for a hot second as I continue to speak. The Two of Cups. I really feel like underneath it all, you're connecting with people, and people are feeling it's quite easy and destined and organic to connect to you, to connect to your work. Beneficial to say the least is what I'm hearing. You can take that one in more than one way if it comes through for you. But it feels like you're being viewed as a shining star, somebody who has what it takes, knows more than meets the eye, and shares things selectively. I really wouldn't be surprised if you find yourself giving multiple or one in particular inspirational speeches, motivational talks. People might come to you for advice and your insight, your intuition, all the meanwhile. Okay, the energy in the reading is shifting just slightly to the Nine of Swords. We're going to skip over and get this one out of the way. It feels like there's certain stresses, like Leo is what I'm hearing, that you have to deal with, right? At home, at work, maybe your money matters all the meanwhile. Maybe things like spirituality, energy, one person, if not multiple, you live with and or work with tying into it. Could be how some things run or managed, same thing. but it feels like your world is changing. They're saying, just to move on real quick, you can handle this. It's really not as bad as it could be, and it's nothing like what you've dealt with in the past in similar situations. I can only imagine. The World card definitely speaking upon how there's a world evolving, Aquarian world evolving success and potential expansion being spoken upon or acted upon. It feels like there's a very strategic, realistic way about how you're managing your money in the remainder of December, where you had to learn the hard way recently, or you had to make certain adjustments, certain changes, or some certain, let's say, realistic factors of your money situation or your life in general pushed you to budget more, or to now be more strategic with your finances in one way, if not multiple ways. And I feel like it's not a time to say, per se, head towards that rich status. It's a time to catch up. It's a time for you to accomplish a ton and feel like you're making an immense amount of headway in both the categories of your money and career by the time January comes around. They're saying sparking a new year of true success. But we also have 4 over here. The 4 of Pentacles and the Empress card, a new beginning of some sort, potentially helping you with your finances to make more, maybe to balance out and manage your money better, save more. But I do feel like there's also thoughts about where your control lies and where it doesn't within this new beginning. And potentially a new beginning, rewinding shortly back is what I'm hearing. But the Fool card and the 3 of Wands, because it feels like you are looking to the horizon, looking to the future, ready to fly towards more, but there's a lot more to accomplish, to succeed at, to gain. They're saying reward-wise in the remainder of the month before what you're looking towards actually transpires, manifests, and comes to be. There's a sense of you very much feeling within, at least at one point, if not the whole energy period that we're speaking upon, you will feel that things are just going to work out. If you don't have that job yet, or things aren't perfect at work, I guarantee they're not, or with your business, or there's certain factors you haven't figured out, certain puzzle pieces you need, you just feel like things are going to work out, right? A very 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands kind of energy coming through. But the 3 of Wands and the Fool card talking about how you're looking towards a new beginning, putting an effort towards it potentially. Maybe gaining more information in regards to the potentials, the potentials of an opportunity, or learning more about, what it's going to entail if you've already began it, or either way. But I feel like there's at certain points in the remainder of the month where you feel like you're putting on a bit of a show, and this benefits you. Vulnerability is your best friend is now what I'm getting. And they're also saying consistency leads to greatness. One of my old bosses / mentors used to always tell me that, and it really stuck with me. And I don't always implement it, right? Utilize that advice and words to live by. But in this case, it feels like there's at least one situation for you where consistency is leading to more greatness, more rewards. And they're saying growth through it all. There's also a feeling that you're very much positively, rapidly growing through your work, growing through certain accomplishments, developments, twists and turns even. It feels like you're in the mood to do more, right? But again, trust in the fact that everything's going to get done or not get done when it's meant to. But let's pull a couple more before we wrap this up. Yep, the 8 of Pentacles, a lot of hard work gaining you true, valuable attention. Okay, it's a remainder of the month, a remainder of the year where you're putting in the hard work, you're making headway once again, you're seeing the rewards, the results flowing in for you, and you're feeling so damn good about it. Get ready for an even better 2024. Okay, so if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light, Aquarius. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll see you next time.